Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And this is your match review of Chelsea 1, Nottingham Forest 1. And yeah, frustrating game. We should have won. Look, I'm a little bit deflated. I'm a little bit frustrated. When they added the 13 minutes of added time because the second half was just a madness. I thought to myself, okay, this is it. This is the opportunity to get the winner clearly. Surely, they've got a winner lined up for us. 13 minutes. You think to yourself, yeah, come on, we've got to get the winner surely. And in the end, the last couple minutes, it looked like Forest were the ones who were gonna get the winner. So look, overall, frustrating game, couple of frustrating performances. Um, Couple of things happened in the game that I'd like to touch on. So yeah, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. And yeah, let's just get straight into it, man. Obviously, Enzo Maresca, part of the lineup. It was the team that I exactly thought he'd put out. Robert Sanchez in goal, the back four, self-explanatory. Cucurella, Wesley Fofana, Colwill, Gusto, midfielder Enzo and Caicedo, Palm in the 10, Noni on the right, Sancho on the left, Nicholas Jackson up front. Um, Forest played with Yates and Ward-Prowse in the midfield too. They played Gibbs-White. They played Anderson on the left, Hudson-Odoi on the right, Chris Wood up front. They had Murillo. They had Milenkovic, Oleaina and Moreno as their back four with Sells in goal. Now, before I get into like Chelsea in general, I just want to speak quickly on Nottingham Forest. Look, fair play. You know, I told you guys this wouldn't be an easy game, and if you saw that game, it's the reason why. There's a reason why that team have only conceded 5 goals so far this season before today. There's a reason why only Arsenal and Manchester City have conceded less XG than Nottingham Forest this season. There's a reason why Nottingham Forest, before the weekend started, were the team that have conceded the least shots on target so far this season. This is a very dogged, hard-working team, you know, with their back four, their midfielders working their socks off. Yates, Ward-Prowse were digging in today. Gibbs-White was digging in today. The fullbacks were putting in work, Moreno and Oleaina. And you could just see their shape. You could just see the way they were set up. I told you guys, they'd set up in a mid to low block today. And you saw that. In the first half, it was more of a mid block. They tried to press at times, but at the end of the day, they picked and chose their moments. They just completely blocked off the middle. I saw some of the ball at one point, the centre backs having the ball, and I looked at Forest's setup, and it just felt like, for some reason, I don't know about you lot, but it felt like they just had 10 players in the middle of the park. It felt like they had 12 players. Honestly, when in a football match, yeah, depending on how you set up tactically, even though it's 11v11 technically, yeah, in certain parts of the pitch, it can always feel like they're a man up on you in that certain area of the pitch. And it felt like that today in the middle of the park. Cole Palmer wasn't really playing as the 10 today. He was playing more on the right-hand side with Madueke. Gusto was inverting from time to time. You had Enzo Fernandez mainly trying to link up with Jadon Sancho down the left-hand side. So really, for the most part in that game, especially in the first half, it felt like we really only had Caicedo and Gusto in the midfield because Palmer and Enzo were playing as like 8/ like sort of left forwards in a way, to sort of link up with Sancho and Madueke respectively. And then you've got Forest who are just congested in the middle. You've got Anderson tucked in, Hudson-Odoi is tucked in. They'd obviously go out wide to help out if they needed to, but they were tucked in most of the time. Gibbs-White would drop from a 10 to like an 8 position. You've got Yates in there. You've got James Ward-Prowse in there. You know, and that's why Jackson struggled today, because Jackson trying to drop deep didn't work for him because the problem with Jackson dropping deep was Madueke and Palmer already occupied down that side with numbers onto them. Jadon Sancho and Enzo are down the other side, and they're not really going to make runs in behind. They're not really going to be box crashers. So Jackson dropping deep today wasn't an issue for Nottingham Forest because nobody was going to go in behind them. So that's why the centre-backs followed Jackson at times. That's why Jackson was poor today in particular. He was really, really poor today. Had some good moments, but overall, just not a good game from Jackson today. And that's just due to Forest tactically just nullifying him out. They tried to nullify Palmer as best they could. I thought they were doing an okay job at it, but like I said, Palmer. He did find a way. He did find a way a couple times. It just didn't lead to a goal, unfortunately. Well, it did in the second half, of course, but in the first half, it just didn't. And that first half was just frustrating. And I said to you guys, if it's one of those games where 20 minutes in, where no goals have been scored, it'll likely go into halftime 0-0, and this could be a 1-0 Chelsea game. And it could have been that. It probably should have been that. But yeah, we go into the first half. It's 0-0. It's frustrating. I thought Levi Colwill played really well. I thought Cucurella was dealing with Hudson-Odoi down that right hand side. I thought Wesley Fofana was doing well. Gusto, I think Gusto today struggled. In terms of on the ball, the inverted role. I think some of the quality showed in the final third wasn't good enough either, in particular his crossing. I think it's taken him a while, clearly, to learn this inverted role. You can clearly see he's a overlapping, attacking fullback. But this inverted role thing, we're in October now. He's still trying to learn it as much as possible, which is why I'm hoping Reece James is back as soon as possible, because I'm really interested to see how Maresca can use him in that inverted role, because James can do that role pretty well, as he did it for Wigan, but it was years ago. So let's see. And let's see how many minutes he gets in general, because Chelsea are trying to take their time with him. Apparently he's in good shape. He's doing really well at the moment. So we shall see when Reece James is back. But yeah, I'm thinking Caicedo's doing a good job in the midfield. You've got what's his name? Enzo Fernandez. He's trying to link up with Sancho. They're trying to get something going. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. For the most part, I think it did work. I thought Sancho played really well in the first half, just in terms of like him taking on players, him picking out the right passes. Jadon Sancho is so intelligent. Like, it's not even a thing where I'm like trying to hype up every game he plays, yeah. Because today I thought he was just good. Like, today he was okay. He was good. It was a solid performance from me, from Jadon Sancho. Maybe he was a little bit poor in the second half compared to the first half, but Jadon Sancho just makes the right decision. He just makes the right decision every time he's on the ball. He just never makes the wrong decision. 9 times out of 10, he's always making the right decision. Madueke down the right hand side, though, on the other hand, I thought, do you know what? With him today, I just thought to myself, in the first half, he's trying. I'm liking his enthusiasm. I'm liking his ideas, but the execution, the final decision, it's just not good enough. And one thing with Forest today was, when they did make mistakes, that Murillo guy at the back today, he was really culpable of a mistake today. He dropped a stinker today, and I'm disappointed. There were 2 mistakes he made. Madueke was the one who was on the end of both of those, and he just wasted a little bit of time. That was my only frustration with the first half, because I thought in general we played well. I felt like we actually, despite Nottingham Forest frustrating us, I actually felt like we had some openings, we had some moments, we were still finding a way, because that's the quality that our team just has at the moment. But I just think we just took too long in the final third at times. And I think Madueke was the biggest example of this, taking too much time. Gusto did it at times as well. And I'm just thinking to myself, Enzo as well. I'm just thinking, guys, we need to be quicker here. Especially when they're making a mistake, you need to be quick. You can't waste time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was frustrating. So yeah, first half 0-0, frustrating. I thought, we're playing all right here. We could have scored a goal, though. We should have scored a goal. Madueke in particular needs to do better, right? Being a little bit selfish at times. But he's still trying to cut it back and stuff like that. So yeah, second half starts, and Forest score within the first, 5 minutes of the second half. Set piece. The foul was not a foul. I mean, Robert Sanchez won the ball back. He throws it to Jackson. Jackson's trying to run in behind. Ward-Prowse is blocking him, and Jackson just runs into him, and Ward-Prowse goes down easily. Ref gives a foul. It's not a foul. And that foul, it leads to the goal. Ward-Prowse, long ball. Was it Milenkovic who flicked it on? And Chris Wood scores. Gusto loses out aerially. He's never going to win in an aerial battle against Milenkovic. It's just a fact. Chris Wood scores, and it's 1-0. And I'm thinking to myself, I wasn't panicking. I was frustrated. I wasn't worried, but I was thinking to myself, goodness me, they're now going to go into a nasty, nasty low block. But at the same time, when I saw the way we responded, I thought to myself, okay, the gaps are opening up a little bit. Our intensity's turned up a little bit. We're quicker in our decision making as well. Madueke's All of a sudden, this second half, he's playing better. Cole Palmer's getting a lot more freedom, a lot more time and space on the ball. I'm thinking to myself, okay, we've responded really well. But I was like, yo, we need to go within 10 minutes. We need to respond within 10 minutes if we want to win this game of football. Because I believe the longer we had gone without scoring a goal, I think we would have lost this game today. I'm not going to lie. Because Forest would have just gone deep. As time goes on, they would have gone deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Do you know what I mean? So, listen. Madueke gets his goal. Palmer gives the ball to him. Madueke cuts inside. And the one time he decides to be selfish and shoot was the right moment. He shoots, goes through a couple legs, couple players, and it's in the back of the net. 1-1 in like the 57th minute. Nice response. You're thinking to yourself, okay, we have over 30 minutes. Ended up being 40 plus minutes to get a goal. We have it now. And just frustrating, man. I mean, Sells today. I mean, their goalkeeper. I mean, he should probably get man of the match because he saved them today. Him or Robert Sanchez, because even Robert Sanchez today, he even saved us at times. You know, they had chances with Nico Williams and stuff like that. Even at the end with the header and stuff. So I thought the two goalkeepers, when they were needed, when their team needed their goalkeepers, both goalkeepers stepped up to the plate, man. You know, obviously we're trying to play. The game's getting a little bit feisty. It's getting a little bit nasty. It's getting a little bit dirty. Nottingham Forest is getting a little bit dirty. Ward-Prowse handballs it on purpose. He gets sent off. You're thinking to yourself, okay, we've got now literally how many minutes? There was 12 minutes until the 90th, and then we had 30 minutes. We had 25 minutes. They played 25 minutes without a man. With 10 men Nottingham Forest, and they defended really, really well. Fair play to them. But at the same time, man, the chances we had, when I'm thinking off the top of my head, the chances we had, I think there was a header that could have gone in. When the subs came on, the likes of Felix and Kunku Mudryk, Felix has to score. Pedro Neto put in a delicious cross. Felix has to score, man. He has to. No one's marking him. He has to score. And then Nkunku has to score as well. And you know what? Beforehand, Nico Williams had a chance to put the ball in the back of the net. Sanchez puts a really good save. And then Cucurella gives the ball to Misha Mudryk. Mudryk's just running with the ball. And I'm sitting there, Mudryk, run with the ball. Use your pace. Like you've never have before. Honestly, like a madman. And he's running with the ball. He's running the ball. I'm seeing Nkunku in the box. Now I'm saying, Mudryk, you're a good crosser. Cross the ball now. And as I said that, he literally crosses the ball in Nkunku on the plate. And Sells makes an incredible save. In fact, he made a double save from Cole Palmer, I'm pretty sure, as well. So when you actually think about it, it's just, this is why I'm annoyed, because it's like, now we go into the international break, just like the Crystal Palace game, dwelling on a game that we should have won. Should have won the game. More so this one than Palace. Because Palace, I'll say, we look like we ran out of ideas. In this game, we didn't look like we ran out of ideas. We had all sorts of ideas. It's just we didn't execute, whether it's through the middle, crosses into the box, chances for Palmer, chances for Madueke, chances for Nkunku, João Felix, chances on their end, couple headers, Nico Williams, these guys. So yeah, man, frustrating game of football. 1-1, couple bad news. Cucurella is going to miss the Liverpool game. The ref booked him for no reason. I mean, he did minimal contact to the player. Nico Williams literally shoves him to the ground on purpose, which takes out Maresca, right? And then obviously it leads to a massive brawl with Colwell squaring up for Fana, and it leads to a massive... So then for some reason, the referee thinks, okay, within the midst of all that, in which Cucurella wasn't involved whatsoever, he decides to book Cucurella. So now Cucurella is going to miss Anfield. Cucurella is not going to be there for Liverpool away. And guess who isn't going to be there for Liverpool away as well? Mr. Wesley Fofana, because he had to commit a foul in the latter stages of the game. I don't blame him. But yeah, he got a yellow card and now he misses Liverpool away. Peak. Now we're going to have to shift the back four. And Levi Cole had to come off because he had a problem with his right hip as well. So hopefully that's something. That's just something minor. That's something light. He misses the international break and he's okay for Liverpool. Because let me tell you something right now. If Colwell is not there for Liverpool, knowing that Cucurella and Wesley Fofana are suspended for that game, let me tell you something. We're not winning at Anfield. We probably won't even get a point. Vega, Badiashile, potentially, toss in. Huh? Liverpool, Anfield. Long day, bruv. Long day. Mo Salah. Ay, 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 ay. Gusto struggling with this inverted role already. Ooh, la, 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 la. Robert Sanchez is going to put in a masterclass in that game if we're going to get anything out of that. So, yeah, man, that's it. Referee was just giving out yellow cards for fun at times to Palmer. And I think Jackson got one. It's just annoying, frustrating game of football. But yeah, it is what it is. We go into this international break now. 2 weeks to dwell on this. 2 weeks until we face Liverpool. Hopefully we get something out of that game. But yeah, frustrating game. Chelsea should have won. Fair play to Forest. They showed why I gave them the respect I gave them yesterday. You know? I gave them loads of respect yesterday in terms of the way they've been playing this season. Nuno's doing a really good job. Despite the chaos that's been at that football club for since they got promoted to the Premier League. And you know what's funny? I heard a stat that since they got promoted to the Premier League, they've signed 60 players, Nottingham Forest. That is absolutely ridiculous. 60 players! 60 players in 2 years! That's borderline insanity. Anyway, fair play to Forest. They're going to be a tough team. That's now Liverpool. They've gotten 4 points out of Liverpool and Chelsea. All you can do is give them credit. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Peace.